enough of that. Sorry about that. Yes, I am here. Who else is here? Is it I am? It's probably just I am. One moment. I'm going to do a brief capture so that people who are interested in watching can actually watch. All right. It's time. So last time we ended up discovering a massive book. Tons and tons of sentences in a row. We deciphered all of it just to find out what was in it, and it gave us a lot of information. Largely that the robots seem to be seeding humans across the universe, and there was something to do with a ship called the Heavens Vault. Now, this ship had its core destroyed or damaged in some way, and we're also discovering that there's ancient technology that is keeping alive all of the various civilizations, from Iox to Elbereth to everything else, and that technology is slowly starting to fail. So we need to figure out where the Heavens Vault is, because that may be the only way to stop this failure. It may be the only thing that has the level of technology we need to fix everything. Because you can bet we sure as hell don't. Now, the interesting thing about this is we actually now know where the vault is, but we can't get there. So we also discovered this planet. This planet is where all of the water for the entire world seems to be coming from. Have I broken something? What kind of something? I can't see properly. I am detecting deep movement. Echoes from below. Mistress, I can feel the water rising rapidly. This place was built to create rivers. From a wellspring below, up into the nebula. Rivers to Iox elsewhere. But the waters have been drying up. And the hopper's filling up with dirt. Where are the robots that should be tending this machine? Interesting. So this hopper really is doing something. Really, mistress? The water is receding once more. Iox will be breathing a sigh of relief once more. I need something I could cover the disc with. How about this broken wooden container originating from the domed market moon? We're not doing that. Perfect. A nice sharp flint. Mistress, please! I do not like to see you armed. So we could just doom an entire planet right now. So that's interesting. I'm not going to do that, though. That seems highly destructive. There are mushrooms growing down there. Mushrooms? 6, I'm happy for you. There must be something else here. We have collected nothing of note here, mistress. I'd like to activate the hopper now, mistress. Do it. Stand still, mistress. Lonely forest, and it's got us indeed. We found a couple of inscriptions. Aboard the Nightingale. Curious. The rivers here are not quite as they were, mistress. There is a very faint new flow. From the hopper I cleared out? It is hard to say for sure, mistress. Where does it go? Away. Somewhere distant. To Heaven's Vault? I do not know, mistress. But surely it must be. Oh, look at 6. A new river. Not a river. A trickle. I want to go back. If there's a chance to make a river, I want to do it. If there's a way to reach Heaven's Vault from here, I want to find it. The waters have already receded. Interesting. We might be able to get in there and create a way to get to the Heaven's Vault.
We returned to the forest where the goddess waited.
There must be some way to get down there. Here's another stone. Let's head over here again. Maybe we can find something. Here goes. The surface is flooding more quickly. Most likely the level did not entirely fall last time. Mistress, I implore you to remove the broken container. I cannot do it. But Iox will suffer. The new river is beginning to form once more. Activate the Hopper 6. History is full of actions. Good, bad, lazy, smart. We're leaving. Be ready, mistress. And so we left the lonely forest as a new river formed overhead. Oh, she's gonna hate me for this. The water from below is disentangling around us, mistress. It is beginning to flow, following some kind of path. It is quite beautiful. 6. What have we done? Done? We have made a new river, mistress. Or recreated a very old one. Perhaps it will flow all the way to Heaven's Vault. But what about Iox? The river to Iox is gone, mistress. It will not come back. But after we sailed this new river, mistress, there is no reason to assume there will be a way back. We better find out. I do not think we have a choice. We are already moving. All right. To the Heaven's Vault we go. Oh, that's a lot of water. That's a lot of water. I still don't understand. How did we create a river? There was only a pool on that moon. It seems the rivers are formed by overflows of well springs. If the well springs are fed by the rivers, they are as powerful as the rivers. The hopper you cleared is lifting that river into the nebula. Oh, that was the Serpent's Eye. Whatever. We are moving incredibly fast. This river is very strong. Where are we going? Where is this vault? We are going far. We are going fast. There's something here. Let's see what's down there. That's the only piece of rock we've seen this whole time. Beyond the nebula. There's a moon out here in the dark.
We had followed a strange and winding road through the loneliest reaches of space. And on the moon at the end of the path was nothing.
It's a desert. I was hoping for, I don't know what. So, what do we do now?
But now, I didn't know if I could return.
We climb. I was thinking about Huang. He never did introduce me to the annals of Mazhuai. He always said he would. I imagine he is still waiting for the right moment, mistress. I wonder how long it will be before he realizes you have gone. Huang is really going to miss me, I think. We've been friends since I arrived. You did not appear to have much in common, mistress. He will move on. Just like that? Certainly. Master Huang is unhappy. If you will not help him, he will look for someone who will. When did you get so insightful? Humans are hardly complex, mistress. I suppose not. The wreck there is further away than it appears, mistress. Please do not lose yourself in the open desert. Can I look at it, though? Perhaps this is an old road. Is there anything... If there's anything here, it's up here, there. But mistress! I am not sure you will survive this climb. Your lungs have been getting worse. You have sheer lung, don't you? You always have had it. I'm fine. You should be worried about getting sand in your own motors. And I didn't come this far to turn back now. I know that shape. Cabenia. I always said she was truly ancient. Cabenia. The people back on Mersey would not believe it. Perhaps this is her home. Then she's not a very good water goddess. Look at this place. I was thinking about Timor. You do not regret not staying on Elbereth? Not marrying Timor? No. I knew him when I was little. He should not have asked me. Curious that he did. Perhaps he saw value in you, mistress. There's something carved here. It's ancient. Although we already knew it was Cabenia. There's a few words in this one. May plants do plants? We don't actually have that many of these. I suspect we may not be able to fill this one out entirely, but I will try. Forget that then. May plants do what has plants. Seems strange to think that I might not see my Ari again. She called me her daughter. But I can't be her daughter. Not really. You were not born of her, mistress. That is quite apparent. But I do not think that is what she meant. Her daughter died. She thinks her daughter returned. She really believes in the loop. Really believes. There is nothing in that direction, mistress. Yes, but I'd like to look at that ship. That thing crashed here. And we didn't come here for nothing. There's something here. A wooden hatch. Nothing like as fancy as the one in the forest. Filled in with sand. But still, I think it must have once been a well. Guarded by Cabenia. Only why would there be a well here? How? Surely there was never any water here. Perhaps there was. There was a river to this place after all. There may be water here again, soon enough. But look at this place, Six. It couldn't be more desolate. Many years have passed, mistress. Too many to be sure of anything.
And then we began to climb. I fell silent, saving my breath. The robot purred along behind me. The wind offered little secrets and then snatched them away. But something was wrong.
Six? What? Six, I feel fine. The climb, it's easy. Indeed. It seems there is something wrong with the gravity here. We saw this before. On the cratered moon with the ramps. Indeed, mistress. Whatever field it was we encountered on that cratered moon, that field wraps around this place like a cocoon. This one's close enough. That is definitely a ship. What are these things? I've never seen anything like them. What are they for? Was it a tower? The structure is like the metal crater we found, but the materials are quite different. It's ancient. As old as anything. The walls, mistress. They are inscribed in some detail. No symbols. Fragments of images in the rust. Six, can you make anything of these etchings? I will take a look, mistress. Etched with some kind of blunt blade. Carved in later, I think. Then the metal was made, but worn down by sand. If Wang could see this, I'd like to see them tell me that history is a fantasy now. But they'll never see it, of course. No one will. Shame that. There doesn't seem to be anything to do here. It's strange, of course, but we can't do anything with it. Can you read it? Wait, mistress. He's been staring quite a while. Hurry up. I guess I'll just wait. Tell me something. Hello.
Hello.
We found something.
I can see that.
We don't know what it is. 6 has also gone unresponsive.
Huh.
Mistress, I believe I have made some sense of it. Tell me a story, 6.
Yeah, think about it, huh?
Yeah. The etching tells the tale of a group of gods who strode forward across a wide desert from a place of much water, bringing water. They caused the fields there to be fertile. For a time. Does it say which god? These are merely pictures, mistress. A village rose up around the god to worship the god. The god demanded tribute. I cannot tell how often. A tribute of people. And then the god was killed. The villagers fought back. Good for them. And the god is above us, mistress. I think this mountain holds the god's tomb. Then let's go bother a god. So, a little bit of a recap as to what you've missed, Envy. We ended up finding a statue of the water goddess, and it turns out that the water goddess was this statue was the thing that was spreading water all throughout the nebula. Only 2 of the hoppers that were creating rivers ended up working by the time we found it, and one of them was completely covered over. So what we did is we uncovered that one and then discovered that it pointed off into a direction outside the nebula. We covered up the final hopper, the only one that was still functioning, and that one led to Iox. What ended up happening then was that the place started to flood, but a new river opened up above. And do you know where that river led?
Here?
Here, to the supposed location of Heaven's Vault.
Ah.
At least that's what we think it is. We'll see, though.
Does that mean you can no longer get back to Iox?
Currently, yes. I don't think that we can get back at all.
Probably not great.
Mm-hmm. A ruin. It's not much of a ruin, but still, it's something. I do not think the statues carved themselves, mistress. I will stay here, mistress. I do not fancy the drop. The sun goddess. Ooh, more inscriptions. Some of these goddesses we've been having trouble deciphering. Though this one we might be able to do something with. Mistress, that translation is clearly incorrect. You dunderhead. Huh? So how has your day been, NB?
It's been going.
Hmm. Good. Let's see. There we go. Oh, good. I got Jewel correct. I wasn't sure about
Nice.
that one. Jewel of low
So
light.
there's darkness. Hmm.
Evening?
What I'm thinking,
Yeah.
because the sun would be low in the sky, it's dark, right?
Yeah, that makes sense. Jewel of evening light. Oh yeah, this entire planet is also wrapped in low gravity.
Oh, fun.
Oh, Jesus.
Damn.
That's a long one.
That looks like a fun one to get.
Oh,
through.
no.
Good Lord, that looks wonderful.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay.
Well, this is in here, so that's something.
Mhm.
Then we can kind of assume that the next word is probably and. Oh, this is going to be a mess. I really hope that despite how long it is, it's actually kind of easy to decipher, but we'll see.
Yep.
Because we have a lot of words that are clearly in here. Go to the end. I think I saw... No?
Nope.
Okay.
Scroll through your things. Your words available to you.
So
Sun,
many.
I think I saw over to the... No. I saw
No,
heavens
we already
to the
put
left.
7. Yeah.
There's a spot for heavens to the left.
There it is. Good eye, good eye. Ah, it might not be that simple.
No.
Because comes could also fit in that spot.
Yep.
I'm going to leave that one blank for now. There's so many words here. Ends? Where's ends? There it is. Yeah. This, I think, is 2 words. Could be heavens. I said I was going to leave that one empty. No, actually, I think you're right about heavens. I may have screwed up already. So what does it read like right now? Open Pilgrim's Soul. Pull that out. Again and... What were you saying?
Nothing.
Oh, sounded like you wanted to say something. Heavens us through... Whatever that is. Darkness, sun... ends... There's so much here. I may just have to start trying to eliminate words.
Yeah. I was gonna say it might be worth going through and just putting all the single rune things in.
Yeah.
Act and what and stuff like that.
Right? Because I don't know what else is here. Hold up. Is there an us somewhere? No, we already did us.
Mm-hmm.
God, this one's so big. Eliminating words is gonna take a while. Well, let's do all the apostrophes.
That's all of them.
Okay. Do all the whats. What?
What?
I could add to that, but I'm not going to.
I know you've got some menus at the end there.
Yeah. I'm guessing that many is probably the implication of plural.
Probably.
Yeah, like us versus me.
Mm-hmm. I think you just straight up don't have enough words to do this one.
Yeah, we'll find out what Aaliyah says. Is there anything else that I can put in? Apparently Aaliyah thinks that I can.
Here's a dumb question. Can you put, like, soul in the one with the squiggly top?
Yeah.
There we go. I can help.
Yep.
Yep.
What soul again and comes, stares up through the eye of darkness, son of ends, many. How does one fly through a sun? Unless the eye is like a hopper eye. I can't make any more of it.
Yeah, it could be the case. So you're in a low ground planet, but you still can't climb over that ankle high wall, huh?
Yep. It's okay, we have lung cancer, apparently. And yet, this is where the nebula began. Is it where the nebula began? I wonder if the nebula is like a really ancient Earth colony. And there were just 7 people with tons of technology from previously. And they were the gods.
Yeah.
Named named gods after what they were sciencing or something.
Yeah.
Like the
But
one.
I mean, if I were writing this as like a story, that's how I would do it.
Yeah.
They're not gods. They're just so incredibly ancient and advanced that they are effectively gods.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that was how the end of Forgotten City ended up being, right?
You know, I never actually followed through on that. I don't know.
Oh, well, I've just spoiled the end of Forgotten City. Shit.
That's fine.
Oh, shit. There goes our health. The Reaching God. But this isn't your temple, is it? We've seen 3 gods so far. This is the summit? This is as far as the path goes. Carving here.
Looks marginally easier.
Oh, yeah. Is that the last one Empire? No, do we actually
I
have
think that's knows. Yeah, Sky God knows all. That tracks.
I can add my translation for nose. Woo! By the stars, that was a long... What? Aaliyah! You just saw the longest inscription of the entire game, and you thought that was a long one?
Alright, now I want to go look up what the longest inscription in this game is.
Oh, God. To keep people out, do you think? Or to keep something in? There's something written here. Ancient script. This must have been cut in when the mortar was still wet. But I think I can read it. Can we actually read it, though?
Maybe.
Well, that was easy. Well, no no prizes for guessing what this is. What does it mean?
They said the name of the game.
It's a name of an observer. No, it's a name of a ship. Or better to watch the nebula, but from its edge. But there's more here below. Scratched in. It must be a warning. Reasonably longer. There's a few words in this one. Woo! Look at it go.
I already saw a temple.
Temple's up front, right? Yeah.
No, towards the middle.
Oh, is it?
Of the screen as it was right there, yeah.
Nebula. Drink. Oh, we've got a ton of these words just already worked out.
Yeah. Oh, I saw darkness at the end.
Darkness? Where's darkness? Oh, there it is. Okay. What's at the front?
I see a me there.
This is seventh god.
Or this.
Where's God? Here we are. They keep mentioning the seventh god. What was so important about the seventh one? We haven't even seen him. He's just referred to as the seventh god every time he shows up.
Oh, it's back at the.
Okay, I was wondering if that would trigger it or.
No. Go back to the start, because you can put at.
Oh, no.
There it goes.
I'm certain my translation for until is correct.
Well, that's nice.
Okay, seventh god.
Inside this temple, we'll drink Nebula.
Inside makes sense. We'll drink
until
this
all is
arid, dry.
dark. Well, because it's darkness and evening, right? So it makes sense that this is just dark.
Okay, that's a compelling statement. Seventh god inside this temple will drink Nebula until all is dark.
Yeah. Hey. Good plan. Let's not open the temple.
So unfortunately, I think that what just happened, us cutting off water from Iox to come here, is what that means.
Oh, that's. Well, fingers crossed.
The seventh god. Here he is. Though, what's a god doing inside a mountain? Still, this is a temple then. Heaven's vault is a temple. Set here, above all the other gods. The darkness that Renba warned us about. The slow disappearance of the nebula. This is it. Whatever's inside here, that's what's doing it. Draining the forces that drive the rivers. Bringing darkness. Only one way in? As far as I can ascertain, yes. Interesting. I can feel a breeze. It must be open on the other side. Open onto what? Mistress? Oh, that didn't take that much work. That should be enough to climb through. Not for me, mistress. Nothing. No ghosts. Or quiet ones, at least. Can you widen it? Mistress! Excuse me a moment, mistress. So yes, you can widen it. As soft as butter. Now, they didn't mortar it. It's beautiful.
Or the mortar's too old and it's just crumbled.
Maybe.
Ooh, look at that inscription.
The one on the wall? You mean the ones all over the walls? Oh my god.
Yeah, you were talking about longest inscription in the game. Hey, I think I got a contender.
Yeah?
Oh, hey, there's specific words over some of the, or in those alcoves.
Oh yeah, you're right. Thanks, game.
Right.
It's actually kind of nice that the game realizes we're trying to look at it.
Yeah. It says press T for inscriptions.
Oh, that's always been there. That just opens up all the
Okay.
inscriptions.
Got it. Nope, what? Okay.
That's a spaceship. Plus the rivers. We're going in. What is this? What have we found? Look, Aaliyah, you translated an entire book describing how this thing got here. Another door. No handles. Nothing to pull or push. Not magnetic, mistress. Is it like the Cactus Gate? Do I say a word? Oh! Waters above. I knew there had to be a reason why Cabenia had a name, but none of the other gods did. What is this place?
The tomb was not a tomb. The mountain was not a mountain. This was heaven's vault.
Robots! So many robots. Exactly.
Anyway, I started blasting.
Exactly 200. Oh god, that's
and it was
that's a
still
lot more.
alive.
What is it made of? The same as the structure on the cratered moon with the ramps? I believe so. That is way more robots than I was expecting, because I wasn't expecting robots. Hello.
Hello, everybody.
Izzy, we found robots. We found the ship. We found the Heaven's Vault.
You have found the robots.
Oh, what? Why are the bridges disappearing?
They're leading you somewhere.
Where did it go?
You should probably like talk to that thing you walked past.
Yeah, it didn't have a prompt when I...
It wishes.
This is
to
older than
speak
anything
to
that we've ever seen. It must be the original. As much as anything can be, this is.
Doesn't like get any closer. Okay.
Yeah.
Weird.
What about this thing? So yeah, Izzy, would you like a little bit of a recap as to what's going on right now?
I feel so lost. What is going on?
What are you doing? Why are you doing this thing?
I have a sudden desire to sound like Will from A Close.
Oh. So the idea here is that we ended up finding a book last time, and we spent a large part of the last session translating that book. That book gave us the location of another site which had a statue that was just teleporting water into giant space rivers.
Okay.
Now, it had three teleporters that was teleporting water. And over time, two of those hoppers had failed. I uncovered one of the hoppers. It was still functioning, but covered up. And then the final hopper went back to Iox, which is the only current prospering civilization. So what we did was we discovered the water on the planet, because the other two hoppers had failed, had pooled up. And, well, we covered Iox's hopper, which stopped the flow to Iox, and then uncovered the one to Heaven's Vault, or at least where we assumed Heaven's Vault was. And at that point, that created an entirely new river, but cut off our way back. So we rode the new river to here, and here is Heaven's Vault, the ship that started all of it. So yeah.
Gotcha.
Also, all the gods may have just been ancient people. Scientists, even. 6. I don't know what I'm looking at. Nor do I. Though I am quite sure that I have been here before. You probably have. Considering you are a robot, and robots seem to be made by this particular technological group. Hello, Rage! I see you. Welcome, welcome.
Rage.
We might be close to the end of the game. No wonder the gravity outside was wrong. This moon is hollow. They are definitely talking in the ancient tongue. This is incredible. It's like nothing I've ever seen. Like nothing anyone has seen. Oh, extra thought, Envy. What if the robots are like this in their natural state, and the whole souls being stuffed into robots thing was something that was added by the Ioxian Empire later?
Oh, I could definitely see that being the case.
Walkways over empty space. Are they stable? They have been stable for thousands of years. Yes, but the ship is at a tilt, and I do not want to walk on a tilted walkway. Especially when there is clearly no floor down there. Mal. What are they asking? This is the mountain. This is the inside of the mountain. But what is it? It's like a palace. Like a generator, mistress. That we are inside. That sounds bad. You don't want to be inside generators. Those tend to have a lot of energy.
Generally, that's a bad idea.
Generatorly.
Come on, you don't want to read out the not language that these robots are spitting out?
Hell no. You can't force me to. So
I want to throw
how?
bits at you if you do.
How do we get over there? I guess it's putting the, is it putting back the walkways? Across, quickly.
I think there may have been some trick to getting it to show up for you, but you wound up doing it on accident. if I
Yeah,
had to guess.
possibly.
Like, not in a bad way. I think that's just kind of how it happened.
Right. I have no idea what I did, but I did it.
Congratulations, I think.
Indeed. Now, my question is, why was Cabenya's name the one that opened the door? Was this Cabenya's ship? She seems to be the only goddess still worshipped. What do you make of this?
Maybe any of the Seven's names would have opened the door.
That's possible. Move aside, mistress. Ooh. Oh? 6? Aryan Vasaliti.
Oh, now you want to see it.
Yaiki ENC Iferali. 6? Are you remembering something? Oh! Sifar! Welcome, Overseer. Tell me. Do you wish to vault? You are an eagle. I am the ship. Do you wish to vault? Are you absorbing the rivers? The great darkness. The rivers disappearing. You're doing it? 65% of the core is now recovered. Please answer the question, mistress. Do you wish to vault? To vault? What does that mean? A viable proximate system has been located. A lensing singularity is available. Refraction error is minimal. Please, mistress. It hurts. Do you wish to vault? The nebula is dying. Falling into darkness. Whatever you're doing needs to stop. The energy in the core must be recovered in order to vault. The vault will ensure continuation. Whose continuation? Yours? The journey. I am only the ship. So this vault will save the nebula? That's what Rimba thought. No. The rivers cannot survive. Long-term parameters require a vault.
Do you wish to vault?
Nothing survives in the long term. I'm an archaeologist. I've stood on the graves of emperors. I've wandered empty markets that once thrummed with the wealth of voices. I've seen the work of time firsthand. Time destroys every action, every idea. Nothing lasts. No possessions, not fame, not fear. What was kind becomes monstrous. What was understood is overturned. We do what we do, then we pass on. What this place was built to do doesn't matter anymore. 66% of the core is recovered. Do you wish to vault? And what happens if I say yes? Does something happen to the nebula? Entropy is inescapable. The rivers will inevitably run dry. But we will be elsewhere. The Overseer must answer the question. Do we vault? Ooh. Maybe I can turn this off. Stop! Entropic loss during recovery has been significant. Further loss will render vaulting impossible. It is very difficult to regain my control, Mistress, but the ship is desperate to explain. It believes that allowing the core's energy to simply dissipate will cause great harm, but to vault will also cause harm. It is bound by its ethical core to decide, but it cannot. It is in agony. Ooh. The nebula is already dying. If we stop this, the nebula dies for sure. There's a third dot?
Is there a third point?
There's walk away. You know what? Fuck it. I wish to vault. Mistress, a vault will leave everyone in the nebula behind. When the rivers fail, they will all be lost. Only we two would escape. Then I wish to vault. But what happens if we don't vault? The rivers fail, and all are lost. Well then, that's a pretty obvious choice. If there's any way to save the nebula, it's out here, or out there. We've come this far. We can't turn back now. There's no way back to the nebula anyway. And there's nothing there for me. And who knows? Maybe out there, we'll find a way to come back. As you wish, Mistress.
Stories don't have tidy beginnings. The past is always present.
6. I feel giddy.
But the past is just another story.
We are moving, Mistress. We are leaving, Mistress. Leaving the nebula. Just
One that we can always leave behind.
Well, an hour and 13 minutes into the stream, we are suddenly done with the game. Did anyone else feel like that happened very suddenly?
Yeah.
Hello?
It's the final countdown.
Who just joined us? Oh, it's okay. Hi, Skoda. We finished the game.
Malarzi says now the real game starts.
Tutorial is now over.
Just join when it's ending. Yay, I love that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, how do people feel about that game so far? Well, I guess so far. How do people feel about that game now that it's done?
I think it's really good. I think you should at least start the New Game Plus to see what it's like.
I'm very curious.
I got a flag down, by the way. Oh, here.
You've got what?
Sorry, no, I was talking to Envy.
I think that the New Game Plus uncovers a lot of lore that you end up missing.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, you're definitely not intended to get the entire dictionary in one go.
Yeah.
I am also curious about the other two endings.
Walk away and the other one.
Yeah,
Well, I guess you'll have to play through the game 3 times to figure it out.
right? I wouldn't mind that, honestly. Like, we could
Yeah.
keep it in the list for a while. New Game Plus! New Game Plus! Well, Malarthy's super hyped about it.
No, New Game Plus, 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 plus.
Plus,
Plus.
oh,
Plus.
New Game Plus Ultra?
well,
I saw that.
judging by the Vault ending, it feels like neither of the other endings has an awe-inspiring amount of content
We can
behind
go
them.
inside of it.
I am curious if you end up leaving, what ends up happening. That's the one that I'm the most interested in. What does that say? Oh god, it's got a lot of words that I don't know.
I do not understand any of that.
New Game Plus.
I vaulted. The great ancient engines of the heavens vault fired, and a moment later, we were gone.
I like how that's 20 seconds ago.
Yep.
35 to... Yeah. Okay.
Oh.
That's kind of fun.
Yep. Okay. Obviously, we missed a lot too. See, this is something that was told to me a lot during the very first stream. I had a lot of people come in and say, "There's many different things, different ways to play the game, and there's many different things to find, and you probably won't find even half of them in the first playthrough."
Ooh, sub-variances.
There's the ancient aquifer.
Yeah.
There are
so
also
you wanna-
subvariants depending on whether 6 is with you or not and the conditions under which that happens. Interesting.
Very.
All right, do we want to go ahead and start a new playthrough now?
If you do, I think Izzy and I are going to drop out.
Yeah, we'll have to go to a different channel.
Okay. Well, that's what the community voice chat is for.
Okay.
We will do just that.
Yes. This was fun watching you play through the game. I hope you enjoyed New Game Plus.
Yep.
I'll see you around.
See ya. Bye.
Unlock it, open the lid, take out the tablet of lapis lazuli. Read. New Game Plus. There it is, Start Plus. Your knowledge of Ancient will carry over. If you prefer to start again from scratch, go back to the menu and reset the game. Begin! This is going to be great. We're going to figure out all of this.
Stories don't have tidy beginnings. The past is always present.
Oh, I didn't even realize this.
But there has to be a spark. Something that brings the past to light.
Oh, okay. So the game... Careful you don't roll backwards. The game starts on the last location. It's a long way So, Malarthi, have you played this before? You were spoiled. Okay. This is the summit? This is as far as the path goes. You have it now on the Switch. Oh, right. I'm sorry. I forced you to buy the game, apparently. A brick dip opening. There is something here. To keep people out, do you think? Or to keep something in? Four words, but only two are clear. Lies. Heaven's Vault. I'm guessing it was something like Here Lies Heaven's Vault. Some weeks earlier.
My story begins on Iox. That was where I met the robot.
Mistress Aaliyah. Mistress Aaliyah Elazra. I have been waiting for you. I have been asked to escort you to Professor Mayari. She is very anxious for your arrival. I am sure you would not wish to keep her waiting. Oh, I just realized we never actually figured out what that telescope thing was. So maybe we can do that this time. Is Mayari in a good mood today? The professor's moods are always good, mistress. I've got a reputation for losing robots. Did you know that? You should be scared of me. What a hilarious suggestion. I wanted to say hello to Huang. Master Huang is reading by the tree. You may see him after you've seen the professor. So why has she sent you? Did something go wrong? That seems unlikely. My ethical core protects me from serious error. This way, you should know that the professor's urgency was remarkable. Maybe we should keep her waiting. Don't want her making a habit of impatience. I cannot recommend that course. Look at her. She looks like a tiger in a cage. A most curious analogy, mistress. You understand I will be required to report
I was
it.
15 when Mayari rescued me from the slums of Elbereth and brought me here.
Why is Mayari's room so far from everything? I imagine she enjoys her view of the tree, mistress. I am sure it is most pleasing to her.
I still don't know why she did it.
Professor Mayari? Aaliyah, there you are. Come in. You're just going to be lurking, but you're listening? Okay, no worries. Tell me what you make of it. It's a brooch. Yes, Aaliyah. But I didn't summon you halfway across the nebula to tell me that. It's certainly old. Empire period. The device is the eagle and sun. One of the scholars sent this brooch to me, Jiniki Renpa. Did you know him? Nice present. Did he want a better office? Look at the detail. I see them. Ancient markings. I know they're a hobby of yours, Aaliyah. But can you read them? Yes, in fact, I can. The brooch was one of the ones that I knew about. Boop. It's just like, yeah, as a matter of fact, I can read them. Do I not have the last one? Holy Empire commands your love. That's what it says. The Holy Empire commands, or Emperor commands your love. I don't know if that helps at all. Renba wasn't the kind to send me trinkets. There's some significance to this brooch, but I don't know what. Janiki told me he'd found something. That was over a month ago. Janiki isn't like you. He's an Ioxian through and through. You mean he's soft? I mean he's reliable. Something persuaded him to go to Mersey, of all places. I can't go hunting the nebula for missing people, Aaliyah. But you can. I'll see what I can dig up. A cruel choice of words, Aaliyah. I know. Come back when you've found him, Aaliyah. And Aaliyah, you're taking that robot with you. We're going to sell 6 this time. Thank you, Professor. I'd long to see the nebula. Oh, and before you go, you should look in on Huang. He was eager to see you. He's in the courtyard, awaiting his turn. I know he's rather beneath you, but you could at least say good faith to him, for the benefit of our little community. Now go and find him. You must have walked straight past him on your way in. Good hunting, my dear. Would you recognize Renba if you saw him? Did you meet him? I believe he activated me, Mistress, after I was uncovered. I suspect that is why Professor Mayari assigned me to you. And can I just say, Mistress Aaliyah, it is wonderful to be accompanying you. Oh, yes. And why is that? I find humans fascinating, and you are very different to most here. I have only recently been activated. I'm calling you 6. 6, Mistress. I shall remember that. What do you think of this sculpture? It has a pleasing balance to it. Worth the time it took to make, do you think? When there are people on Elbereth who don't eat? Are your own exploits worth the time you take, Mistress? Should we not be making history rather than reviewing it? Be quiet, 6. 6, you were buried? Did they find you on Iox? Indeed, Mistress. They chipped me out of a wall. Elia. I didn't know you were back on Iox. How are you, Hein? Well enough, well enough. I've been reading all day. I just came outside to rest my eyes, and there you were. What were you reading? The Annals again. Did you know Mazwai claims the Holy Empire was founded by 3 wolves racing to heaven? Each one tore the throat of the other, and as the 3 fell to earth. Are you really interested? Absolutely. All right. Most people glaze over.
He began to talk with such passion that his eyes glittered, and he seemed to grow at least an inch taller.
I am very interested, actually, because this is a story I got wrong. Elliot? That was fascinating. There's hundreds of volumes like that. Sometimes I think there are 3 stories to explain everything and none of them agree. Over times, I think there's one story that gets retold on occasion. I'll walk you to the dock. Tell me, what do you make of this brooch? It's a nice piece. I've not seen anything quite like it. There's something written on the back. An ancient script? Let's see. The first word is one I've seen before. It's a descriptive form of the word for God. Did I not know holy? The symbology is classic Holy Empire, of course. The eagle and sun. Older, more ancient versions have more naturalistic birds. Oh, and it seemed heavy to me. Heavy brooches hold up heavy cloth. Light brooches hold up light cloth. So it must have belonged to someone important. So you can read ancient? Of course not. Not yet, anyway. But it'll be my life's work, you see. Well, Elia, before you go, I found a line of ancient in the Annals of Mazwai I thought you might like. If you have time, that is. Let's see it. We've actually got quite a lot. How the hell do I not have this word? Are you not able to put the game in a category? Because for you it shows we're just doing just chatting. Oh, shit. You are correct. I forgot to do that.
You're welcome.
Boop. I forgot to do that. Yeah. Thank you. Many lost their friends, their overseers, and their... Oh, God. Parents? Parents or children? I think parents is correct. Many lost their friends, their parents, and their children. It's quite a monster, isn't it? I'll work on it and let you know. So will I. Well, the Annas won't read themselves. Good faith to you. All right. Now, this time we are doing everything but the main quest for a long time, because I am picking up as many inscriptions as I can before we even get into, searching. The journey to Mersey should be quick, mistress. I think Mayari's friend is in trouble. As I say, mistress, we should know shortly if we depart. All right, then. We'd better go. I will prepare a route, mistress. Hopefully we can make a profit on this. Find a few artifacts. Maybe Janiki will be grateful. A noble thought, mistress. Hopefully all will become clearer soon. Okay, this entire section. Oh, okay. I didn't expect that. Not only do I keep all of my ancient, I also keep my entire map. Well, that's interesting. I wasn't expecting that at all. Mersey's still kind of the most efficient location to head to. We'll just keep an eye on the rivers and see if we can't take a little bit of time to diverge.
Mayari wanted us to sail to Mersey. It was a short sail through fast waters.
We could pass control over to 6, but I'm not going to do that. We've already seen all of this dialogue, so I'm not going to go over it. That actually made you think of the Outer Wilds, where they technically, technically speaking, you keep everything. Yeah, that makes sense. Whoops. I did not mean to do that. Oh well. I'm going to backspace a bit. Take a right here. Yes, yes, game, I'm aware. But I don't play by your rules, I play by my rules. We're going somewhere else. Okay, so where are we going? We're going over here, around near Elbereth. Actually, I just
They say
realized.
on Iox
Um,
that the rivers flow with the souls of the dead. Anything to scare you to the ground.
so I just realized something. Which is that a while back, I added the whole active games list. So we're just going to keep this in the active games list until I'm really tired of it. And if people want to change it, they can change it. I have given people that ability. Let's see here. So we're almost to the point where I want to be right now. We can stay on this river. So I need to figure out how the heck. I guess we keep going forward and take the next left. There. Wait, what? Yeah, okay. Stay in this river and just keep taking the next left. Nice. Good, smooth onboard.
All the rivers of the nebula flow to Iox in the end. If you tie off your sail, Iox is where you'll wash up.
Interesting.
It's the heart of the nebula. Or else, it's the gutter.
Now we know why all of the rivers flow to Iox. Because that's where they're supposed to flow. We'll keep turning left, I guess. Look out there, Six. Obviously, it is indeed beautiful, mistress. Was the fire starting to get a bit low? How many robots have you lost? Can't you guess, Six? I am appalled. Yeah. They just keep giving me more. Mistress, is something the matter? I'm detecting certain elevated emotional markers. Am I being short with you? I'm sorry, Six. If it troubles you, I'll try to be more polite. You will need to turn right up ahead, mistress. I'm turning left, and you can't do nothing to stop me. And then I'm going to take a right. How have I been doing? I've been doing pretty well. Just chilling. We've moved a couple of things around lately, so I'm probably going to have to work a lot this weekend to try and upload a lot of old videos to the new channel. So that'll be a lot of work. And I've also got a bunch of yard work on top of that. But I've been getting a lot of stuff done that I wanted to, so nothing too bad. Yeah. What are the rivers, Six? Flows of oxygen, hydrogen, ice. Their velocity keeps them coherent. Let's see here. So I think there's something in this area that I'm going to have to figure out, but getting back there is going to be a problem. Oh, wow. That's pretty. So why do the rivers wide? Why aren't they straight? I do not know, mistress. Why does water swirl when mixed with wine? So there's this we've seen already. There's still a lot to look for here. Evidently, it is most mysterious. That's Mersey. You can see the greenery from here. Mersey, a farming moon. If Renba's here, I need to find him. And if he's not, I need to work out where he went.
We stepped off the ship and into the mud. Mud covered the ground and rock. And everywhere I looked, things were growing from the mud. And some of those things had legs.
Look at this place. Breathe the air. I cannot breathe, mistress. As you are no doubt aware. Well then, we'll see where Renba's got to. If we're really lucky, he'll have found an old pot. So where do we start? There is a series of rice terraces. If we climb up, away from the water, that should take us to the village. Oh, I didn't notice this earlier. Last time I was here. There's something here. No, nothing here. Well, we'll keep looking around. I kind of want to explore Mersey a little bit more. Maybe I can find something significant here. We kind of skipped over it a lot last time. There's no way I'm crossing that, mistress. Robots cannot swim. This way, then.
The air smelled earthy and
There's a
sweet.
reason why they can't. Rice. Did they grow anything else here? It would not appear to be. It would not appear so. What did you make of Renba's brooch, 6? The one he sent to Mayari. I was struck by the craftsmanship. It seemed very fine to me. It is an artisanal product, high status. How high status? Hard to say. Possibly very high. So it's valuable? Most likely. Mistress Shirley does not intend to sell it. That depends. It might be useful. Do you know what Renba taught? Robotics, mistress. Do you ever talk to him? Or did you ever talk to him? He interviewed me shortly after my activation. That memory is somewhat hazy, however. A warehouse. I thought I saw a face out the window. A woman. She ducked out of sight. What is he like, Renba? I could not judge him, mistress. The interview was largely technical, ensuring my vision was in line with his expectations of gravity. What you looking for, Malarthy? You looking at the new system? You sure you don't remember anything from before you were buried? Nothing. I can barely recall my activation, mistress, and that was quite recent. I understand humans have a similar problem with memory. I might not have brought that over from the old bot. I will wait out here, mistress. You! Do I know you? You are from Iox, aren't you? I was born on Elbereth. But you are from Iox. Have you met any Ioxians? I recognize your voice, your accent. He told you you might come. Who did? My tall Ioxian. He left something for you. With the goddess to keep it safe. The goddess? With Kevenia. I hope you find him, Miss Mayuri. You can't tell me what he was doing here? He was looking for something. In the sky. He was always watching the rivers. I have to go now. I don't want them to see me talking to you. Excuse me. Yep, don't worry about it. Janiki, where are you? Buried in the mud somewhere? Most curious, mistress. Is a woman like that why Renba came here? Humans are most curious, mistress. But it would seem someone from Iox has visited here recently. Do you think there is more to be learned here, mistress? Perhaps we should return to the ship. The woman said Janiki left something here. With the goddess. I want to find it. We need to talk to some more people. The village center will be at the highest point, mistress, to guard against flooding. How much higher? One more level, mistress. Mistress, if I may ask, if you weren't rooting in the mud for lost robotics, what would you be doing at this moment? What would I be doing? I'd be sailing the uncharted reaches of the nebula looking for shipwrecks. There are places out there where no one's been for hundreds of years. There are echoes of ancient voices. But no. Instead, I'm standing in Pigmuck. Otherwise, I'd be scouring the markets of Elbereth for interesting objects. Things have a life of their own, Six. Things survive, things travel from moon to moon, from person to person. Does that sound silly to you? Things traveling from moon to moon? Hardly, mistress. I am a thing. Or maybe I'd be in a library with Wang, reading up on old transcriptions. When the Empire was founded, they threw out the old way of writing, erased the past entirely. But it's all still there. You just have to know where to look. You don't read ancient, do you? I would not know where to begin, mistress. You're a thing too. You're a Malorthy. Goddamn Malorthy. We don't need more Malorthys around here. No one on Mersey wants to talk to me. We must be at the top now. There should be a communal point somewhere around here. The locals don't seem surprised to see me. Or to see you. Good camera angle. I imagine robots collect supplies from here routinely. The locals, I note, also do not seem pleased to see you. Did I do something wrong? You came here. Perhaps that is all. As in, rather than being born here. Stranger? You're talking to me. No one else in the village would talk to me. Forgive them. We understand things are not the same on Iox as they are here. And how are things here? On Mersey, one requires an introduction before talking to anyone. But you're talking to me. I've had some dealings with outsiders before. You could say I'm forward. Well, I'm looking for an outsider. Perhaps you can help me. Who? I know my friend Janiki was here. I met one of your villagers. She knew him. She? What was her name, this villager? She didn't say. No matter, I can guess. If we had seen your friend, if he had met with an accident among us, what would Iox do? I just want to know where he is. We have not seen him. Now leave. I don't understand why you're lying to me. The man sighed. Your friend was here. He left in a ship. Then something exploded in the sky. I do not know if that was your friend, but I do know we found this close beside our goddess. Here, a shard of crystal. Does it mean anything to you, Six? It is most curious. This moon does not contain any crystals of this type. What have you been up to, Renva? He cannot hear you, mistress. Ah, but you are talking rhetorically. I can keep it? It is worth nothing to us. Keep it and go away. Good faith to you, lady. It seems as if Renva left, and has left us. Shall we leave? Is this shard enough to find him? Perhaps. Then there must be something here to discover. Seems Janiki knew he was in trouble. Perhaps he angered someone? Mayari's brooch. The stone inside it is the same as Renva's crystal. Undoubtedly. Evidently, they came from the same source. And can we find that source? With some analysis, mistress, yes, I believe we can. Perhaps we should return to the ship now? We're going to strip this place down from top to bottom, and we're going to find all the stuff that is in this place. There's got to be something more. There's got to be. More pigs. There's not many people tending all these crops. Are we petting cats? What do you know about pigs? I meet people. They are also livestock. Oh, that's unpleasant. Hold up. Let me get the camera set up. Okay. We've got the cat cam. Let's go find a cat. Okay, hold up, Bart. Calm down. Trying not to hold you that. Oop. All right. We have a cat. Strip search the place. Yeah, I know. So, here's my kitty. My pussycat. Here's one of them, at least. The other one's probably sleeping in the room. She's been sleeping a lot lately. And off he goes. Okay. Back to the game. Yeah. You did see a putty cat. I hope that was worth the wood chips. So Malorthe, what do you think of the new vote system? Mud, mistress. I know what mud is, 6. Of course, mistress.
Three paths met at the heart of the village. I could imagine them all, sitting around here in the evenings, sipping rucker and singing. It seemed nice.
They did seem nice. Good faith, lady. Please keep it quick. I don't want to talk to you. Can I look at the well? Do you recognize this? I recognize the symbol of our Ioxian masters, of course. But do you recognize this brooch? No. No one here would own a brooch like that. Not every slave must wear their chains. You aren't afraid to criticize Iox. What would your people do to us? You already take our food. Good point. Ha! There is an inscription here. I knew it! You can't hide from me! There is an inscription and I'm going to solve it. We have so many words. Holy water from below rock? I believe you can be confident of your translation of rock. Yeah. I don't think any of these early ones are intended to be hard. Nothing too surprising. Can you read this inscription? A child could read it. A child could read it. The symbols simply say water. It says more than that. We have lived here many years, Ioxine. Oh, wow. Wow. Sorry, just went full Furby there for a second there. Definitely no robots here. No reason for Renba to come here at all. I don't imagine Renba met that woman on Iox after all. So the reason I was asking you specifically, Malarthy... Oh, by my faith, it stinks here. I do not believe pigs are known for their hygiene, mistress. So the reason I was asking you about the new vote system, Malarthy, was because I remember you being one of the people who actually wanted the option to switch games per stream. And that's pretty much what this is supposed to enable again. Although at a much smaller scale. There's plenty of rice stored up. This moon produces a surplus, mistress. For what good it does them. Where does all that rice go? Most of it is shipped to Iox. Mersey is part of the Iox Protectorate. Where does all the water come from? There is a wellspring in the rock below us, mistress. The soil is permanently saturated by it. You will attempt to brain an opinion in the medium future? Well, thank you. I appreciate that. It's something that I spent a surprising amount of time working on. Why do they build on stilts, do you think? Surely it doesn't flood up here. The mud, perhaps, mistress. Or perhaps animals sleep underneath. About half a week or so. I ended up turning off a couple of older systems. So if there are no robots, why are there ramps everywhere? Iox uses robots to collect produce from the moons of the Protector. Seems like it would be easy to stop the robots taking anything. Pull up a few walkways and put some stones in the way. I cannot imagine that would make any difference, mistress. Robots are versatile. I'm sure. I suppose there's nothing old here? No ruins, no ancient kings? Of course not, mistress. This is a farmyard. I suppose that's fair. This is a waste of my time, that's what it is. Renva's probably back on Iox right now. Professor Mayuri would have contacted me if that was the case, mistress. He's out here. Somewhere. Waiting. What's that? What's that? Show it to me. You can't hide from me. Why can't I interact with it? God damn it. 6? How long were you buried on Iox? I have no idea, mistress. I do not remember. Even more rice. Just lying around. I could scoop enough into my bag to feed an Elberethian family for a week. No one would even notice it was gone. I had heard Elbereth was a moon of thieves, mistress. I had assumed it was a slur rather than a strategy. Why can't everywhere be like this? Enough food, enough water, or enough space, water to spare? Indeed, mistress. I see you, Malarthy. You can't hide from me. How many moons are there in the Iox Protectorate 6? At the last settlement, it was 23. And yet we've only seen 3. It does nothing. You plant some trees, that's it. It is purely for, what do you call it? It is purely for flavor reasons. Isn't that a lot to manage? There are no threats at present. This no doubt eases the situation. Look at this thing. Where is she from? From the material, I would judge it was not quarried here, but most likely close by. It's very big, you understand. It's truly hideous. I have observed that tastes very greatly between people, mistress. So were you off while you were buried on Iox? Asleep? Is that why you can't remember it? I do not know, mistress. I cannot remember. Oh, inscription, inscription! Someone's carved something here. More glyphs. Yes! Oh, one of those has got us. Holy Goddess of Fields, I'm guessing? Holy Goddess of Fields. I think that's correct. A goddess of fertility and growth. You sound like you don't approve of the Protectorate 6. I am neither for nor against it in principle, although it does not appear sustainable. A leftover from the Empire? Indeed, mistress. The Ioxian Guard is an increasingly minor force. Let's launch a revolution. Mistress is most droll. Back to the ship. We've done all we can here for now. This way, mistress. All right. We have found exactly 3 inscriptions. Part of the ship, part of the crew. Aboard the Nightingale, Renba left a crystal for Mayari to find. But what was he trying to tell her? We could otherwise sail to Iox and tell Mayari what we've learned so far about Renba. But we have no artifacts! We have nothing! I am quite certain in my analysis, mistress. The crystal we found, mistress, and the element inside the brooch. They originate from a moon somewhere in the edge of the Cyclones. The Cyclones is a dangerous wild. There's nothing there but clouds and storms. I am aware of that, mistress. I wonder, what exactly did Renba discover? The dangers of sailing through a hurricane? I don't want whatever happened to Renba happening to us. I will do my best to keep you safe, mistress. But then again, I imagine Renba's robot said the same thing. Yeah, we never actually saw any evidence of Renba's robot. How are my eyes? I'm fine. Is there a particular reason you're asking? You know what? We're going back to Iox. And by going back to Iox, I mean I'm not going anywhere near Iox. We're free roaming. Oh, I just kept the light on. It wasn't dark when I started streaming. Also, Malarthy, how are you? I haven't asked you yet. I hope you get a chance to enjoy this rather than me extracting every interesting thing out of it. Take the next left shortly, mistress. No!
No one knows how far the rivers go. No one's ever mapped them. Not even the robots. Or, if they did, they aren't telling.
Okay. Take a left up here. Tired but mostly good. That is the most happy Malarthy that I've heard in a while. I'm happy for you. A ruin! Big trip. Oh, there's a big trip to Europe. Tell me about this. Where are you going? Are you off to chase the fairies like this one book that I read?
The robot hoppered away, and I was alone.
Leave him there.
Then it came back.
I recovered a heavy book bound in leather. I wonder how long it's been there. I don't think I found this one. Ooh, that's a big one. Is that a single word? Most likely not. Ancient scribes didn't always trouble to put in their spaces. I don't think they expected their writing to be read. That is a big one right off the bat. Very happy about this.
Good luck.
A what?
Good luck.
Yep. Oh. Read. Read this book and what? I think that's the closest we're gonna get there.
And you're done.
Seems likely. Hey Malarthy, would you like to do the honors and translate the rest? Until you...
How fluid is Malthy and Ancient? Read the book, you die. Believe it or not, don't read the book, you die.
Let's see. Trying to figure out what I'm missing here.
Yeah, that is tricky.
I think we've got enough words to actually translate this, but this is definitely one that I haven't seen. No was. Okay. Filled with that mystery meat, Ollie. Really into this book, aren't you, Malarthy? Well, we've definitely got the first bunch. That I'm pretty confident about. I guess we put in brains for the rest of them.
Brains.
Probably gonna get rid of brains now. No, it's getting rid of dew. Interesting.
Huh.
We're pretty sure this is a read, but it's hard to tell. I notice we also don't have any of the related scripts to work with here. Do the do.
Well, it hasn't taken off read yet, so I would guess the first word is read as well. 'Cause yeah, like the beginning, like yeah, that sounds natural.
Boop. Damn it. Brain?
Do the Jew. Do the Jew.
Too late, Malarthy. I'm already doing the do. What are we getting rid of? There's no what. That one I kind of figured. Six, you can lick our collective assholes. You try translating this? Okay. I have no context except that this is a word or a. So it's either laugh or launch. So I'm going to go with laugh. Read this book and laugh until you weep.
Huh. Actually, Malta would know because they.
It's a joke book.
Read,
If only I could read the whole volume.
Read the book, you die. That's close.
Okay, so there's that. We're going the other way.
For the longest time, Mayari didn't know about the Nightingale. I would hitch lifts with robot couriers to Elbereth, then slip away to play aboard the ship. Until one day, when Oroi reckons she could figure out how to launch it. And of course, I didn't know how to stop. I pretty much crashed into the dock on Iox.
Pretty much. That means you didn't, though. There's an unexplored river to the right. There's also an unexplored river to the left, which means we're taking that. Ruin. Honestly, that book was a good welcome back to the game. I'm very happy to find that. We did eventually translate it. I don't know why we can't just translate the entire thing.
The robot wasted no time.
Crystal pendant. Such tiny details. Any inscriptions? Yes! Another good one.
Here we go again.
High, high up in the sky. These are words I definitely haven't seen. Put sun there.
Sun high high.
No? No. Right? We don't have that many of these words. I never actually explored this side of the nebula.
Just like, okay, we'll give you 3 easy ones in town, and then let's see, you're exploring. Ooh, here's the inscription.
Not enough here. Yep. Okay. Get wrecked, scrub.
Which? Yeah,
Sun do
why
high
can't-
high. Many, many.
Yeah, why can't 6 do it like shouldn't the Roblox bots know the ancient language?
No. We've already asked him about it. He doesn't remember anything from before he woke up.
Rip.
Most of the robots are apparently like that.
Once, sailing
Get
through
wrecked,
Eagle's Pass, I thought I saw a gigantic ship, as large as a moon, moving down the river like a shadow. Of course, I was ahead of it, and by the time I looped around, it was gone.
Probably from the Middle Empire period. Hmm. We're gonna take a right here. Okay, we are now in the correct area. Looking for a ruin. The Cyclones. Ah, fuck, I entered it the wrong way. Okay, well, we're out of the Cyclones again.
Yep.
We'll come back in a moment. How do I get back? There we go. By the way, how's the game volume? I feel like my Ari is probably loud enough whenever she's talking.
I don't have the stream volume up, so I can't say anything.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Sight? Not too loud? Why is... Hold up.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something's right.
That seems like an odd route to take. We're taking this route. Because this should lead to the correct location. More rapids. Hey, Bart. Stay on the left. Malarthy, do I need to add a Malarthy command?
Special command. Just for Malty to use.
Hey, Bart. I really need to add the counters back in. I keep forgetting to. They're more complicated than you might think. I did a lot of interesting stuff to make counters work. No one ever used the counters though, so I never actually thought that they were essential. And now I've got people still trying to add Elsas and Barts and You hear Bart vocalizing real good. Oh, he's such a purr. He loves the purring.
I don't think I ever knew about the counters, or it just I've never really been on.
You might not have been around when they were a thing.
Yeah, probably won't. Either that or I just forgot.
Hey, if I never put counters back in, people can't record how many deaths I've had.
Well, there was this thing called clipping deaths, though.
People can't record how many deaths I've had. Besides, I can't die in this anyway.
Yeah, you're lucky there.
We will need to use the hopper. I don't want to get stuck down there, Six. If we hopper down, how do we get back up? I am fitted with a source, as is customary for robots, and the eye aboard the Nightingale appears intact. I will be able to ensure our safe return. Why don't you go? I don't trust hoppers. I was about to suggest that, mistress. The moon does not have any air. I should tell you what happened to my first robot. But maybe after you come back. I will return promptly, mistress. Off he goes.
A moment later, the robot was gone. And
What?
I was alone in
I'm
the
not
dark.
taking that bet, Malorthy. I could be rid of that thing. Seems quiet up here now. I hate robots. I bet you do. Mistress! Pop. I found something, mistress. This is Janiki's? The probability is high. I believe the moon below us once was once a quarry, but this box is no artifact. Renba hid this box down there? It was a superb hiding place, mistress, but whether it was Renba's doing or not, I could not say. You better not have damaged it. It appears intact to me, mistress. I hope there isn't a snake in here.
Maybe if there is, you get
A roll of
yourself
claw.
a Harry Potter Slytherin snake.
Thick fabric. Janiki, what is this? Some kind of rope? But it's hundreds of years old. And there's something stitched along the belt. Tiny characters picked out in a darker thread, which we can probably translate this time.
We'll see.
A new word. It had forever in it. Can I look at the whole phrase? Thank you. We pray for eternity. Oh, we finally found eternity. A ceremonial robe, I suppose? There's more in here. This is a ceramic cup for festive occasions. It's beautifully preserved. The inside is heavily stained. Must have belonged to a heavy drinker. And there's something etched in here. Bart! Bart! No biting. Bad cat. He knows he's not supposed to do that.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. This character I still don't know. Oh. In.
Drown yourself.
Drown yourself in... Wait, cup. Oh, in this cup. It is a cup after all. Nothing like this cup indeed. So it must have originated somewhere I haven't previously discovered. But that's not all. Hello? Shanti! How are you doing, Shanti? How did Renba get his hands on all of this? And there's an inscription along the stem. It's impossibly small.
More inscription time.
Yes, caution, New Game Plus, there's spoilers. We are going to be finding a lot of the lore that was not previously accessible due to just lack of knowledge. I can add my translation for truth. Okay, we do know that's truth. Read. Okay, so the first part of read is listen, which means the second part has got to be I write truth, I guess. Does I write truth make sense? I guess that's what that this comes from the same side as the cup. So are these leads? Or are these things that Renbo was after? Or what Renbo was after? Wait, mistress. I will consider the matter. Hello, Shanti. What are you up to? Hold on.
That does not sound good. Thank God you're resting them though.
What?
But
What are you talking about?
oh, I'm just looking at chat.
Hmm.
Sorry.
You have cracked ribs and need to rest them, but you have a chance to raid me, so you wanted to share the love. Well, thank you. I think that this is the first raid that I've had in possibly a couple of weeks, actually. So yeah, thank you. I appreciate that, Shanti. Hopefully you can heal up a little bit. Has it been affecting your life at all, or is it just painful? Can you work out where the robe originated? I fear so. It is not a good location, mistress. But Professor Mayari was keen that we found Master Renba. And I am sure Master Renba is equally keen to be found. Show me where he went. Alright. Later, Shanti. Into the eye of the cyclones. We are going back to Iox. Actually, for real this time. So that I can turn in some of these things. I've been analyzing the purple robe we found in Renba's tool chest, mistress. The fabric appears to be of a significant age. Is it the kind of robe that would need a brooch to hold it? Indeed it is, mistress. I would go so far as to say I can detect pinholes, mistress. Well, we found where the brooch went. Boop. Can someone give Shanti a shout out? Since I wasn't able to. Thank you.
Yep.
I guess we're taking a right then. I did not mean to take this road, but we'll make use of it. Elden Ring. I'm very surprised to see Shanti playing Elden Ring. Did you finish Sekiro? I don't know if Shanti's still in chat. She probably wandered off due to the broken ribs. Renba must have really wanted to hide that box of his.
She might be looking.
I wonder why.
Mayari tried to stop me from sailing. She said it was dangerous. But I don't think she meant dangerous. I think she meant wrong. She's afraid of the rivers. Afraid of what all that space can do to you on the inside.
All right. The University of Iox. There's still more information that we're finding. What do the moons get out of being in the Protectorate? Theoretically, the support of the Ioxian Guard, but it is largely historical.
The library is a quiet spot to think. Except when Huang's in there, which of course, he always is.
I uncovered something you might like to see. Let's see now. There's an inscription. I read it as, read this book and laugh until you weep. You know, I'm sure you're correct about weep. Woo! What about laugh? You gonna tell me about that one too? How old are these books of yours? Some are really old, but not, you know, not ancient. They date back to the first empress or so. Have you found any artifacts you want me to look at? Quite a few. I found this robe. A very fine cloth. It must have belonged to someone important. I've seen this kind of thing before too. Wait a moment. Let me see if I can find it. I've really got to tidy up sometime. This is an early Empire shroud. It was found on a splinter in Eagle's Pass. I think we already have this entire thing. This one is a broken piece. True. Well, maybe we don't. True something drowns. Interesting. Anything else I can put here? No, it doesn't look like it. Yeah, I guess we're just gonna have to try it and eliminate it. Yeah, I figured. I mean, I figured. Still no? What's wrong? Drowns, so dies? Escape greatness? True greatness never dies. It's an emperor's robe, Aaliyah. Perhaps an emperor died under it. Yeah, go ahead and take it. Alright, we have more stuff to give him, of course. All recent books. Well, we're gonna wait until he comes back. He should have something. Here he is. Come on, Huang. I see you out there. The decorated cup. Drown yourself in this cup. What time is it? I'll probably wrap up after this. Have we seen this before? Your friend in times of need. That means that we got everything correct there. Your friend in times of need. I've got a good feeling about that. Do you have anything else? Let me see. How about this? It's a sketch of a copper ceremonial goblet. It was found buried here on Iox back in my father's day. Well, we're definitely confirming old stuff. Wine or rocky? Cool. I guess goblet. Goblet for wine. Anything else? Let me see. No, nothing comes to mind. I'll take the cup to the archives then. There you go. Good faith to you. I'll be back shortly. I still can't believe we finished the game today. I thought we had way more left. If I had known how close we were to the end, I would have finished it on Sunday instead. Yeah. Wait, what am I doing? I don't need to wait around. Well, actually, I kind of want to talk to Huang. Maybe he has something else to say. Hmm. Come on, Huang. Who is this Maswai you're always reading about? She was a sailor from maybe 20 loops ago. She was a traveling monk, mistress. Oh. Why aren't there any books older than the first empress? I don't know. There just aren't. I know you found older. I was thinking. Read anything good recently? I've been indexing mostly. So no. Oh, okay. We're not done here yet, though. We have to talk to Mayari. Probably. Aaliyah, you're back. But I don't know if I want to ask what you found. I'll tell you. If you're ready to hear it. We found a crystal. Renba found it first and left it on Mersey. For you. The same crystal as what was in the brooch. And where is he now? In the cyclones. Dead, most likely. Torn apart by the winds. Interesting. You're certain? No, Professor. We returned before we had properly resolved the issue. We have a lead. The local people saw a fireball in the sky. Renva's ship. Aaliyah, I want to know for sure, and I want to know what he was doing out there. He told me he'd learned something about the fall. What had he learned? I had hoped you might find out. Time is running short. Our protectorate is the empire of old, and the fall will come again. The loop tells us the past is prophecy, and if we are not ready for it, we will not survive it. The fall was nearly 350 years ago. It's ancient history. You are quite wrong. That's what Renbo was doing for me out there. Trying to learn how the fall will occur. And Renba found something inside one of his robots. He found the cause of the fall? I don't know. The robot told him something. Set him to digging up something on a moon near Elbereth. He hired laborers from the Elbereth markets to do the work. And then I heard nothing until he sent me that brooch. But the robot knew about the fall, Aaliyah. The robots know everything. The robots might know, but they can't remember. Six barely remembers being woken. Rewoken. The robots have no memory of what came before. Before they were buried here, they were wiped clean. But I don't think a robot can truly forget, no more than a soul in the loop can be lost. The loop sustains all, Aaliyah. All. What do you want me to do? The fall is coming, Aaliyah. Faster than we think. Find what Renba found. We have to know what will happen. Is there anything else I can do for you? Please, Aaliyah. Leave me to think. All right, then. One last thing, Aaliyah. If you notice anything strange about your new robot, you tell me. I wouldn't say that. Six is pretty rule-bound and petty, rule-bound, and a coward, which is exactly what you need. Robots are valuable things, Aaliyah. I want to know immediately if anything happens to this one. I hope that's clear. You worry too much. No, I do not. Okay, now we can leave. Do you believe her, mistress? Do you believe in the loop? Of course not. It's wishful thinking. Or fear. But still, Renba found something. So how did you end up in a hole on Iox? I have no idea, mistress. I do not know when I was buried, or what I had done to deserve it. Professor Mayari assures me it is part of the Great Loop. Now, surely we must try to follow Janiki's trail further. Shall we leave now, mistress? Don't hassle me. We have an inscription to look at. I had actually forgotten about it until just now. 6. What do you know about the Loop Temple? I know little of the Loop, mistress. The Loop priests claim that life is a great cycle. They believe that all that happens has happened before. Is it true? The probability of it is incalculable, mistress. There is no meaningful data. Just walking around this. Okay. The Loop Temple is extremely well placed, mistress. They have a lot of money and significant power. They are the heart of the Protectorate. I've dug on scores of moons, 6. You know, I've never found any robots buried on any of them. Only on Iox. I assume we were stored there, in case of need. But you don't know why you were activated. No, mistress. I am grateful, but so far, my purpose is unclear to me. I don't think there's that many inscriptions on the university because they wanted you to use it as a tutorial zone. So there's probably only the one. Doesn't it bother you that you don't know where you came from? I understood you were an orphan, mistress. Does that not bother you? Anything important when you left? You were here like after the crystal? No, not really. We just asked Mayari about some stuff. Of course it does. But orphan children aren't like robots. Everyone knows how children get made. Indeed, mistress. Orphans are a waste byproduct. Ooh. Please don't put it that way, 6. Six be roasting indeed, jeez. Look at this thing, 6. What even is it? Evidently, it is said to be a sundial, mistress. And it has an inscription, which we should be able to translate. This one is a broken piece from an even longer phrase. Empire's Light provides what? Hmm? Oh, no, provides. Okay. Wasn't that a word? No. We should be able to translate this. Should. No act. Okay. I'm not sure that's empires. Here we are. Empire's light shines here. Pleasant. I wonder if anyone knew that was here. Why is that curious? It seems to me this sundial could never have worked, mistress. At least, not in this location. No light? I suspect whoever positioned this here did not realize how it was intended to function. So how do you know how the sundial is meant to work? It is apparent from the design, mistress. A child could comprehend it. Touch it. It's so ancient. Older than all the buildings here. Maybe the sundial isn't a timepiece at all. Perhaps it's simply art. Art without meaning is void, mistress. What would you know about art, robot? No response. I see how it is. Let's get off this rock. This way, mistress. All right. What's the question mark for, Skoda? Alright. Hold up. It's beautiful enough. But that doesn't explain what Renbo was doing with it. You know, I actually kind of want to do. We could head back here. I really should wrap up. As much as I actually do want to do this again and take another shot at all of the inscriptions there, because that's the first really big site that you get a chance to look at, I am going to go ahead and wrap up. A child beep could comprehend the sundial. Oh, yeah. Yeah, of course. Anyway, I hope everyone's enjoyed this, including, you know, the end of the game. But we will be continuing this on Saturday as I complete the second playthrough, which hopefully should go a little bit faster than the first playthrough. Also, thank you to my Patreon supporters: Tenace Games, Zebgrin, Slime Hunter, Walks with Gorillas, my dad, Gremlin Kev, Desalona, Miss Mango Plays, NBFF, Alpha Mango, Kwok, Fairtanium, Mully Copper, and Paper Duplas for continuing to support the stream. Yeah? What is that about getting to the end of the game, Malarthy? I thought that you saw me get to the end of the game. I thought you were there and you wanted New Game Plus. So, and you know what? I'm enjoying this enough that I want to do a New Game Plus. So I'm leaving it in the active games list for now. And if someone wants something other than Heaven's Vault, they can make it. They can make that happen. But I see no particular reason to end it yet. Did you say GG? I saw no GG. Unless Twitch is, or Restream is lying to me and missing out on things. Okay. Anyway. Yeah, I'm going to wrap up and we're going to find someone to raid. It's weirdly hard to quit the game. Oh, okay. Yeah. I guess you did end up saying that when I beat it. Did I really beat it unless I fully maxed out all of the dictionary? Okay. Who am I raiding? Let's go ahead and raid Mother Gamer. Those of you who are still around from Shanti's raid, I appreciate you sticking around, and if you're looking for someone very similar to Shanti, Mother Gamer is kind of on the same track. So, I will see you all later, and until next time, have a safe trip through the Dark Forest.